Well, hey, fellow Bastropian or whomever Democrats, we had Biden's State of the Union address last night. Really good. Got me thinking that I should probably get this information out to you guys. I thought it would be really beneficial if I could just show you on my own Facebook profile, my page, that sort of thing. But I did some kind of infraction that I'm not aware of, and I have another 9 days, 8 or 9 days before I can do the two most important things to get any kind of action. So I just thought, well, I'll just go ahead and I'm taking some notes here. And these are things that a lot of people think, well, Facebook isn't that important. No, it isn't, unless you have a message that you would like to get out. And first of all, I'd like to just point out that Facebook is not a nonprofit organization. They want to make money. They pay people, engineers and all kinds of code writers to do these things that they're very, very proud of. So using the tools that they have that promotes our content without us having to invest to get the information out to more people. That's what I'm going to talk about here, because just because I might have 4,000 people in a group, but just because I've got 4,000 people in the group does not mean Facebook is going to show a post to 4,000 people. It's going to show to as many people as it wants to. And how it determines how many people in that group it wants to show it to is according to what it thinks it can get monetarily, okay? So, well, if they see activity, if they see interaction, if they see lots of comments and replies, which are the two things I can't do right now. And so I'm pretty well stymied right now. So you will see me doing a lot of things that I'm going to talk about. All right. First of all, if I make a comment or do a post and somebody does a thumb up, a blue thumbs up, stop it. Just stop it. Do one of their, what we call emoticons. They're not emojis, they're the emoticons. Like next to the blue thumbs up, you have the love, the haha, laughy face. You got the sad face, you got the angry face. I can't remember the other one. Love, care. Yeah, you care about something. I don't love or care about as many things as I say I am, but that gives it about 5 times more credence to the Facebook gurus, and so they're going to show it to about 5 times as many people as a blue thumbs up. In fact, when I do a post and somebody gives me a blue thumbs up I consider it I get annoyed. It hurts my feelings, frankly. I'm like, what the fuck? Pardon me, but I mean, why didn't I deserve something that would promote the content? But then I realize, people don't know that they're just really doing nothing for me. They're not benefiting me. They're not helping the post or the content get seen. So to get it seen, don't ever use the blue thumbs up. Use the love, the care, the laughy, the sad, the whatever, if you don't have time to do a comment. But the better thing you can do is make a comment. Now, a comment is one thing, like, oh, great, congratulations, whatever. It's better if you can get a reply to the comment. Comment, reply, or comment, reply. That's when Facebook goes, there's action going here. We're going to start showing this to a lot more members of the group. That's how you get activity. Now, you'd think that once you build the algorithm up to a place where you've got activity, that would be good enough. No, somebody can throw a post in that they share from another page and it kills it right there. Bam, dead in the water. So when I'm working really hard in a group and I'm, putting content in there, I try not to share other people's content. In other words, I will copy, go to my profile and look at the way that I do things. The bat is recent. I copied the picture, saved the picture, I copied the content, I didn't write it, I threw it in there, I put the picture in, and boom, I went, I'm off to the races. And you'll see how many times it was shared. Every time somebody shares my content, it boosts my visibility. So if you want to boost somebody else's visibility, like Mothers Against Greg Abbott, we can share theirs and it will help them. It won't help us, but it'll help them. And just because we put it in our group doesn't mean that the people in our group are going to see it. But the fact that it got shared helps that group's page, right, get some action, right? One of the things I always would talk to people about, and it's so hard for me because I do it on autopilot, so I'm having to take notes and try to remember what is it that I do, but no post and run. And what I mean by that is if somebody does a post and like I was saying, create your own content. If you have to share something from the New York Times or from Texas Trib or something like that, you share it, but at the top, you put in you make it yours. You say, did you guys see this? And ask a question when you put the post in. How many of you guys saw that? What do you feel about this? Which of these things is important to you? Just ask some kind of a question. Make it yours. Make it something that encourages interaction, right? Is that not somebody that just goes, yeah, because then you've wasted your time, you've wasted space, you brought the algorithm down in the group. You've hurt the group, frankly. So, and the posting and running, what I talk about that is if somebody puts a post in and they do it right and they ask a question and then they just boogie off and don't even check in for the rest of the day. If you're going to put a post in there, at least sit on it. You go in and don't do a like, do a love, do a care, do a something, or an angry, or, something. We're angry about a lot of stuff right now, but do something that's an emoticon, not a like. And then maybe do a comment about that. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. How many of you guys saw this? Just any kind of a comment. Try it, and if somebody else comments in there, immediately go in and reply. Sit on your post a little bit, check in, especially in the first 5 to 10 minutes, okay? And if you can get somebody to comment, reply to it immediately and try to reply with a question. They're not always going to see it. They're not always going to, but if you can reply with a question that also tags them, you can start to get some interaction. That's how you start to see lots of members of the group starting to see content, starting to interact, because if it becomes a busy hopping little place where you're having coffee and having a talk and discussing things, Facebook sees it and is going to show it to more people. The people are going to be more inclined to come in there and post things or comment on and check in. Who's putting stuff? There's a lot of good content in here. So I'm going to come back here a lot. So that's how to get your group kind of going. Let me think anything else. No post and run. What I used to say is I said, when I'm controlling a group and I work really hard to make sure all the pieces are in place, and somebody comes and puts a post and then they split, it's like, okay, I worked my butt off to set up this camp and I've got the campfire just right, I've got all the wood laid out, I've got everything just right. Somebody comes and poops in my campfire and leaves. I'm kind of like, oh, that pisses me off. that is not a good thing to do when I've worked so hard to set this thing up for everybody. So, not sharing, create your own posts if you can. If you don't know how, pay attention to the way I do it. Like, go and look at the bat thing that's on my profile right now, Jan Kuchel. And you'll see that I copied and I saved it doesn't take any time at all. You just save the picture. You press on somebody's content, even in a closed group. You can press on the picture, save the picture. If you can't, do a screenshot, crop it, right, and save it into your photos, and then press on the content, and it'll say copy, and you scoot over to the group or your page or your you guys probably don't have pages, but maybe you do, profiles or pages or groups, and you can play and you can paste it in there and then add the picture, or put the picture and then add the content. So it doesn't take any time at all. It's just that people don't know how to do it. And if you need any help, I'll help you. Share versus create, blah, 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 blah. Emoticons versus, oh, and then the other thing, emojis. They love their damn emojis. Now, that exclamation point, there are 2 red exclamation points. I found those in the emojis. It's one that I use frequently. And then the question mark and the exclamation point, they're red. And they are an emoji. And they love emojis. They love emojis. So these are the content creators. Those things give it credence and boost it up too. So boosting up with emoticons, with emojis, creating content rather than sharing, no posting and running, have comments and replies. That's all I can think of right now. And I hope this has been helpful. Love you.